Yeah, obviously a heartbreaking situation for families, gut-wrenching for the people who live down here and have seen it happen. But when we started digging, we found out there are a lot of sides to the suicide debate story and fight.
She put everybody up before herself, very unselfish. Tuesdays of
The parents of 15-year-old Marina Hamblin Rock
She loved everybody.
Are holding photos of their daughter tighter than ever. The keyboard in her room sits silent.
Constantly in her room, practicing songs.
It will never be played again. Marina is gone.
Just a lovely, happy, caring girl.
A caring girl this family misses greatly after Marina killed herself in June. One of 4 people to jump from the Vista Bridge already this year.
I have to distract myself. I'll break down and start crying. I'm a full-grown man.
The emotions are still incredibly raw. The family blames bullying for their daughter's death, a life lost so young, it's hard not to think about the things she'll miss.
Her first prom dance, her first date. Makes a father very angry. Very, very angry. I'll do anything to bring her back. I'd do anything.
The death immediately thrust this family into the center of the suicide barrier debate.
I know that there's been, a battle for a long time about this.
3 weeks after Marina's death, Portland's Bureau of Transportation interim director sent this letter to Commissioner Steve Novick saying the suicides on the bridge had reached emergency status, asking Novick to immediately order temporary suicide barriers put up.
Yes, absolutely.
Novick authorized the money under a portion of the city code that allows for emergency contracts not to exceed $500,000.
I'd be for the barrier.
The temporary fence will cost $236,000 and come out of the Bureau of Transportation's operating funds.
We do need the funds for street maintenance, but we concluded that too many people have died.
It is very much in the moment.
Well, some in the mental health community are applauding that decision.
Giving that moment pause, that interruption, is everything.
Others say it's a waste of money.
It's not a particularly good solution for suicide prevention.
Jason Renaud is president of the advocacy group Mental Health Association of Portland.
It's the political attention. Is that if the city of Portland is going to get involved in suicide prevention, get involved with professionals, not in response to concerned neighbors.
Renaud says the key is putting that money into mental health services.
Those are important too.
Novick is standing by his decision.
But all the counseling in the world doesn't prevent some people from impulsively committing suicide. And this bridge has become, unfortunately, a magnet for suicides.
We went digging and found several examples of suicide barriers working. A bridge in Toronto, one in D.C., Augusta, Maine. But we also found studies supporting both sides of the argument that people who are stopped from killing themselves at one place will just go somewhere else or use a different method.
We have officers that have talked people off the Vista Bridge. We have officers that have talked people off of lots of other bridges in town.
Portland police tell us while they don't have exact numbers, they estimate they're called out to a bridge or a building to talk to someone who's threatening to jump about once every week. But they do support the barriers on the Vista Bridge.
That bridge draws people to it, and that location.
Marina lived in Aloha. Her family says she had no other reason to be near the Vista Bridge the day she jumped.
I don't even know how she figured out how to get there. I didn't know how to get there.
The fight over suicide barriers, now one that has become painfully personal for them.
Just to think every time I'm going to hear about a suicide off that bridge from now on, I'm always going to think about my little baby sister that I, miss so much.
Marina's family say they are absolutely in favor of these suicide barriers. They agree with a lot of people in the mental health community who think that momentary pause, stopping someone right here, can make all the difference in the world. This debate, though, is far from over. Right now, the city is looking to apply for some grants to raise $2.5 to $3 million more to install permanent barriers. Live in Portland, I'm Chris Woodard for KOIN 6 News.